Hi, I'm Christopher Whitlatch, Manager of Marketing and Communications at the Pittsburgh Foundation. As part of Pittsburgh Give's 2010 Day of Giving, we've put together a series of webinars to assist our organizations in using social media to encourage individual giving. This webinar is Intro to Online Video and Digital Storytelling. There has been an incredible explosion in online video. Some of these statistics I'm about ready to show you, you might not actually believe them. In fact, they're hard for me to swallow sometimes too, but these are actual statistics. The first one here, US internet viewers viewed nearly 34 billion online videos in May of 2010. That's 1 month. 34 billion videos in 1 month. Now, as can be expected, the Google sites, because Google has Google Video and Google also owns YouTube, by far have the most traffic. They have a 43.1% market share. The next closest is Hulu. They only have a 3.5% market share. Nearly 183 million people viewed online videos last year. And the average number of videos viewed per person was 186. That's 186 videos per person. YouTube. 144.1 million viewers watched 14.6 billion videos. That's an average of 101.2 videos per person. This next statistic really bears out what we suggest is the length for an online video of 3 to 5 minutes. The average online video viewed was 4.3 minutes, right in the middle of that range. And 84.8% of the US internet audience, that's 84.8% of people that have internet viewed an online video in May alone. Now, the most popular video sharing sites out there, well, we mentioned YouTube. There's also Vimeo. Vimeo is more of a professional video sharing site. It has better video quality than YouTube because it uses less of a compression when you load your video. It also doesn't have as much advertising as YouTube does. Now, as can be expected, not a lot of people actually go to Vimeo to watch videos like they go to YouTube to watch videos. But where Vimeo can be used effectively is if you want to run video on your website. And so you can actually use Vimeo as a hosting platform and then embed that video back to your website. And it's very easy to do because when you load a video to Vimeo, it gives you an embed code and you can copy that code and it will bring that video into your website. Now, an up-and-comer to keep an eye on is Blip TV. And Blip TV is growing fairly fast at this point. It's kind of like a YouTube, but it's a little bit more fun and easier to find videos. You can actually create channels and watch videos of a particular category and those types of things. Public access stations across the country, they use Blip TV as their online server for videos that they run on their TV stations. I'd like to mention Pittsburgh on Video. If you haven't heard, Pittsburgh on Video was launched in June 2010 by the Pittsburgh Foundation. Pittsburgh on Video is a video community hub for Pittsburgh. So the videos are for Pittsburgh, by Pittsburgh, about Pittsburgh. And we'll talk about how you can actually load your videos onto Pittsburgh on Video. It's very, very easy to do, even if you've already loaded the video to somewhere else, say like YouTube. Let's get started with YouTube since that's the major platform. We'll show you how to get your videos up onto that platform. To sign up for an account, click the right-hand corner, create an account. Pick your username. This would typically be your organization name as long as it hasn't been taken. It will check your availability and tell you if it has. You'd select your location, your date of birth. What's important to remember when you select your date of birth is make sure you're at least 18 years old. Even if your organization isn't under 18, there are some parental controls that could fall in place for you. You want to click the Let Others Find My Channel on YouTube. If they have my email address, that will actually help people find your videos as well if they know who you are. If you have a Google account already, it's going to probably make your login with your Google account since Google owns YouTube. Once you've got all of this information filled out, it'll send you a confirmation email. If you click that and verify that you actually exist, you'll have a YouTube channel. And this is what a YouTube channel looks like. And when you first sign on, it's going to look like a big old mess because you're not going to have any content in there already. So you're just going to have a bunch of boxes that are empty. Now, to edit your channel, you'll see 5 boxes at the top. Post bulletin is if you want to actually send out bulletins. Not a lot of people use this on YouTube. The second one in is settings. Settings will allow you to put in your information, such as your profile information and things like that. Themes and colors will change your colors and your backgrounds. You can pick what looks best for your organization. Modules is an important box for you because under modules, that is actually what is displayed on your channel. So you can turn these off. So if you don't have friends yet, you can turn them off so it won't display friends with an empty box. Likewise with subscribers, subscriptions, those types of things. We recommend you keep comments on. Most comments happen on a video and not on your channel, but you can actually comment on your channel as well. Then the last one is videos and playlists. And what this is for is actually organizing. When you load videos, you can actually create playlists so you can have a number of videos in the same playlist. It will also let you edit which video is the main video that's displayed on your channel. Another way to edit your profile information is if you click on your name up here, and it'll show a drop-down box and you'll see some additional tools, and you can go in there and edit your profile information. Your profile, make sure you put your URL in. YouTube owned by Google, so indexed by Google as well. That's a one-way link back to your website that gives you some SEO, some search engine optimization. What YouTube is for is videos. So let's talk about how you would upload a video. On the top right-hand menu bar, you'll see upload in the middle after the search box. And that will bring you to a screen that says video file upload. And you'd click the yellow button for upload a video. And it's very easy. It'll bring up a browse box. You just browse to where the video is and click on it. And then your upload will start automatically. It'll put in as the title whatever that file is called. So probably want to delete that and give it a more snappier title. Enter a description and at least enter a brief description on what is in the video. Tags are very important. Tags are how people find you on YouTube. So if your video is about the environment, make sure it says environment. If it's about water quality, say water quality. If it's set in Pittsburgh, put Pittsburgh. A lot of people search on Pittsburgh. About the Allegheny River, put Allegheny River. Those types of things. You can put a fair number of tags. On Vimeo, it's limited to 20, but I think you can actually go beyond that on YouTube. Then your category, and you can select a category that will put you in a particular area of YouTube. There is a nonprofit category. We often use the people and blogs category because a lot of our stories are people related. Your privacy settings, we recommend public. Public will allow other people to embed that onto their website. So if you want to add your video to Pittsburgh on Video, it really should be public so people can actually see it and play it. This will actually allow you to embed it on Facebook as well. And once your upload is complete, you'd go back to your name, you'd click on that, you'd go to My Videos, and you'll see that video show up. And if it's still processing, it'll tell you it's still processing and it's not public yet. Underneath there, there's a button called Edit. If you click Edit, you'll see a number of features that you can customize for that particular video. There is one really important box in here, so we do recommend that after you load a video that you go into Edit and go down to Comments and you select your comment setting. Now, comments are important, but the default on YouTube is allow comments automatically, and most people do not like that because it makes monitoring a little bit harder. So we recommend the setting allow all comments with approval only. This will put them into a moderation. It'll show in your inbox that you have a comment that needs moderated. If you click approve, it'll show up. If you click decline, it won't. The other information on the screen is you can change your thumbnail. YouTube only gives you 3. It's typically never the first screen of your video, so don't expect to see your title slide in there. But you can pick which one kind of looks the best. You can put on map location of where the video was filmed or from or about. You can also put a date on it as well. Now, let's take a look at how comments can actually give you more views for your video. This is Children's Festival Chorus, and it's a wonderful video, great production that they did. And what happened is a lot of the students that were in the production saw it was on YouTube, and they came in and they said, boy, I like this video. So they got a lot of likes. That's nice. And then they started saying, well, you know what? I'm proud I was part of this organization. Hey, that's me in the video, all those types of things. Well, then they started telling their friends about it, and you can see it jump to over 1,000 views. Subscriptions on YouTube. This screen actually shows you subscribers and friends. You can friend people on YouTube like you would friend them on Facebook. Subscriptions are kind of nice because if you're subscribed to a channel, if they post a new video, then you'll know that it'll send you an email each week. It says new videos were posted by so-and-so on your subscriber list. So if you want to subscribe to a channel, you would just go to that channel, and under their name, there'll be a big yellow button called subscribe. If you click it, you're subscribed to their video. You can always unsubscribe by going back in, and it'll show you an unsubscribe button as well. Underneath that is the add a friend and send a message features. You can, as I said, add them as a friend. They have to accept you. You can send a message to that person as well. So if you like their videos, you can tell them you like their videos. If you want to share a video with them, you can share a video with them as well. Once your video is up on YouTube, if you'd like to add it on Pittsburgh Video, it is incredibly simple to do. You just go to Pittsburgh on Video, which is pittsburghonvideo.org. On the top menu bar towards the right-hand side, there's Submit a Video. You click that button and you get a screen that looks a little bit like this. It says enter the URL on your video. So you just cut and paste that web link where your YouTube video is and then click submit. Now what happens is Pittsburgh on Video brings the video in. It also brings in the description and it brings in the tags information as well. And so that's exactly how people search on Pittsburgh on Video as well. Whatever tags that you've created as categories for your video, they can actually search for the video on Pittsburgh on Video in the same way. Video may be the most powerful storytelling medium that you have at your disposal with social media. It's very, very personal. I can select and really engage with your video and get your message, and I can share your video across the platform so it can go viral as well. What we recommend is that you tell, don't talk. A lot of people, when they're filming a video, they list a bunch of facts of what their organization does. That is talking. What we want you to do is tell your story, and you can tell your story by what your organization does affects the community or a person or those types of things, and that is telling your story a lot more effectively. Now, if you don't have video, but you have photos, well, photos can be video too. You can actually take those photos and import them in and create a video. You can do a voiceover over top. You can add music. And photos tell a very powerful story, particularly when they're put together with a little bit of voiceover. Are you spending too much on your video? A lot of people want to make the slick TV style commercial for their organization. And typically that is not what's watched online. You know, what's watched online is people dancing down an aisle at a wedding. It's the guy recording his own music, funny song, things like that. And really what that boils down to is personal stories. And what we found is that simple camera like a flip cam, which a flip cam is a very easy to use video camera that retails for around $150 to $200. If you're a grantee of the Pittsburgh Foundation, make sure you contact us. We have a program where we actually will give you a flip cam if you will share your videos on our website. If you would like to be a contributor to Pittsburgh on Video and you have a particular subject that you'd like to cover on a regular basis, we also have a program for that. But the flip cam is a fairly good camera that you could use to tell very personal stories. Those could be interviews of your volunteers, of your board members, of your donors, people in the community that you've impacted, how people feel about your organization. Those are the type of videos that are most likely to be watched online. And those are also the videos that will tell your story and get other people interested in your organization who could potentially become donors. Storytelling, sort of the guru of myths and legends, is Joseph Campbell. A lot of people have followed his teachings, including George Lucas when he was making Star Wars. I use this quote here: a hero is someone who has given his or her life to something bigger than oneself. And when you think about your organization, I'll bet you have a few people that could be considered a hero. And those will make good stories. Lastly, I'd like to give you a few storytelling tips from someone who does this on a weekly basis, Ira Glass, who hosts the program This American Life. He basically says that there's two basic building blocks. Number one is the anecdote. And an anecdote is a sequence of actions. It's a story in its purest form, one thing following from another, rather than just disjointed facts. As part of the anecdote, he suggests that you raise questions, provide what he calls the bait. And the anecdote should raise a question right from the beginning. Implied in any question that you raise, however, is that you're going to answer that question. So constantly raise questions and answer them as part of your videos. The shape of the story is what you are throwing out, questions and answering them along the way. Now, the second building block is a moment of reflection. So what's the key point? What does this all mean? It's not just a series of facts and events. Many people get the first part, they tell an interesting sequence of events, but in the end it fails as a video because it doesn't say anything new. It did not have any meaning to it. And sometimes people have the reflection part and the question is clear in their mind, but they fail to put in a sequence that compels people to follow and engage. If you'd like to learn more about digital storytelling, I recommend that you attend PodCamp Pittsburgh. I will actually be conducting a session on Saturday, September 18th about digital storytelling. And we'll make that presentation as part of our webinar series available online as well. If you're interested in PodCamp Pittsburgh, you can Google it. It's September 18th and 19th. It's free to attend, and it's at the Art Institute of Pittsburgh. We hope this has been helpful to get you started with online videos. If you have any questions or you'd like to enter our FlipCam programs, please feel free to contact me. Best way is email whitlatchc, WHITLATCHC @pghfdn.org. Thank you.